carbs. Carbs, 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 carbs. Episode 2 of this bulking series, and today we are talking about food. This video is going to be entirely on my diet, what an average day of eating looks like for me. So let me give you a brief introduction. I talked in the last video, gave you guys kind of like a brief intro to my nutrition. I gave you my calories, macros, which were 4,400 calories a day, which breaks down into 259 grams of protein, 65 grams of fat, and 700 grams of carbs. As you can see, the strategy is high protein, really low fat, really high carbs. I've done this before in doing 2-a-days and it's worked really well. If you want to know kind of some rationale for why I would go with this kind of strategy, I'll leave an article in the description below. But how we get these numbers. So maintenance calories calculated, I'll put the website to how I calculate the maintenance calories in the description as well. Maintenance calories around 3,600 and then adding an 800 calorie surplus, so a big one. To get protein, I took my body weight, which was 185 pounds when I started this, times 1.4, which is a lot of protein, I will say, but it works. And fat is body weight times 0.35, which gave me 65 grams, again, which is pretty low, which you need enough fat to regulate your hormones, but we're keeping it as low as we can. And carbs just fill up the rest. So you take the amount of protein calories, subtract the amount of fat calories, take the remaining calories, divide by 4, and that's how you get carbs. This is a lot of food, this is a lot of calories, but the name of the game is also doing it pretty healthy. I'm not just gonna be eating a bunch of junk to get this. I'm keeping the sugar like almost none, outside of fruit. What does this all look like? I'll show you guys a full day of eating on this diet. Let's begin. Breakfast time. Get this on the table. Alright, so what we're working with for breakfast, we have 3 fried eggs here, some hash browns, and I have 2 bowls of cream of wheat. 2 bowls. I gotta take it easy over here a little bit. But then what I'll do is I'll take some protein powder and I'll put it in these 2 bowls. I was hoping maybe that they'd have bananas. I want a banana too. But generally what breakfast looks like, it'll be some amount of eggs. The eggs will vary depending on looking at the menu, what options they have in terms of lean proteins later on in the day. If they have leaner proteins, I end up getting a couple more eggs. If they have less lean proteins, fewer eggs. Always going to be 2 bowls of either cream of wheat or oatmeal. This is about like 100 or so, a little over 100 grams of carbs worth. Depends on what kind of potatoes they have. They have like super fried hash brown things, like fried potato type things that are fatty. No, but hash browns, we're going to be okay with that. And then if they have bananas or some kind of like good fruit, then usually I'll grab that too. That's a general breakfast. That's pretty standard macros and calories for that. Up on the screen right there, we're going to eat this, go to class, and then get a lift in. So meal number 2 on the day, and this will vary depending on when my first workout ends up being. So if I work out early mid-morning, then this will be my meal number 2. If I work out kind of later in the morning, if I have a class before and I end up lifting after my class, then lunch will be my 2nd meal and this will be my 3rd meal. But regardless, meal number 3 is cereal. So I have a couple different kinds of cereal here in my room. And there's a reason why I have these kinds of cereal. So I have just plain shredded wheat. I have these rice checks, rice squares, and just like crispy oats, like plain Cheerios, is like just off-brand cereals. The reason why I have these three options are, if you look at the macros nutrition facts, 0 sugars. On these we have 0 sugars, and on these I thought they had 0 sugar, but it has 3 grams of sugar per serving. So what I was going for is, because like I said before, or maybe I didn't, I don't know, I haven't recorded like the first clip of this video yet. Even though we're eating a lot of food and a lot of carbs, it's pretty healthy food. So like, even though cereal could potentially be a very sugary food, unhealthy food option, and cereal's a great way to get carbs, and cereal's a great way to get calories, and very easy, very quick. But most cereals are pretty sugary cereals, so I have these options to be a healthier option, something I can get a little more complex carbs in. And then I'm using skim milk, which, you know, I know there's gonna be haters out there. They're like, skim milk isn't real milk, but it has 0 grams of fat, and the name of the game is high carbs, low fat. So this is the move, and this is meal number 2. I'm going to eat this now, and then I'm going to record a video for my other channel, Faith Lifestyle Movement. That video will probably either be up the same day this one goes up or the next day, but regardless, you should check out that channel. It'll be linked up on the screen. After I record that video, we'll go get some lunch, meal 3. What we have for lunch here is about 12 ounces of chicken, of some broccoli, and a bunch of beans and rice underneath the whole pile, with some sriracha mustard on top, and some green regular fruit, glass of water. This is not actually what I had planned to eat for lunch, because I looked at the menu and I didn't see, they didn't have this chicken on the menu, so I was gonna get some like fattier meat, which I had like planned my day around. Because usually what I'll do is I'll look at the menu beforehand and like plan out my day, just to make sure that I'm not going over on my fats, and I'm able to get as much protein as I need without going like crazy on fats. So this gives me a little more wiggle room, and I have to like rearrange some things as we go throughout the day. But this is lunch, macros, calories up on the screen right there. And then usually what happens is either I'll have my cereal, or if I have my cereal earlier, then my next meal won't be until dinner. Usually I will lift after dinner. It kind of just depends on my schedule. Today I'm gonna end up lifting before dinner, so we'll go do that now. Dinner time, we had to make a little bit of an adjustment, a little different than what I had planned that I was gonna get for dinner. So they had chicken, so it's 12 ounces of chicken and a whole bunch of rice. Get an idea of like how much rice that actually is here. It's about, I'd say, 2 cups of rice, sriracha and mustard, some fruit, water. So I had thought that I was gonna have some kind of like pork for dinner tonight too. So my lunch and my dinner, I ended up having chicken for both, which leaves me low on fats than I'd planned, but you know, that's really not that big of a deal. Macros and calories, this meal up on the screen. Lunch and dinner are gonna tend to be the same. It's gonna be a whole bunch of carbs, like rice or potatoes or something like that, with beans like I had for lunch as well, and a lean protein, the leanest protein they have. So if they have chicken, I'm going with chicken. If they have like fish, I might go with fish. The next best option might be like if they have turkey, maybe if they have pork, and then beef if it comes to that, and then likely some fruit as well. Gonna eat this now, and then we'll just wrap up whatever calories we have left with our last meal of the day. Final meal of the day, finishing things off the way we do every day with oatmeal. We've got 2 large hot bowls of oatmeal. We have 200 total grams of oats in here, mixed with some protein powder, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of natty peanut butter. It is late. I am dragging. I got 5 hours last night. I'm literally just gonna pound this and hit the sack. Macros and calories for this up on the screen right there. And then totals, macros, and calories for the entire day up on the screen right there. I had to rearrange some things, move some things around to hit my final goal. Oatmeal, like I've said before, is a great way to finish off the day because you can kind of hit whatever you need to hit to finish off your macros with like oats, peanut butter, protein powder. It's flexible, and there it is. 4,500 calories, 700 carbs of just a lot of food, and healthy food too is the focus. Like I said, we made it happen. We make this happen every day. That's it for the video. I got nothing else to say. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you enjoyed it. If you're not already, I'm gonna pound this. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video.